Welcome everyone. So today we'll be looking at MX Linux 17.1, codename Horizon. And as you can see again for this distro, I have not installed it, but however I am not running it on a virtual machine, so its performance is just as should be. So when you first install it, or not install it, but when you first access this distro through your installation media, you are greeted by a welcome pop-up here. And I think this comes in handy. I think it's really nice for beginners or for people who are taking a look at the distro for a first time. So right here you have a user's manual, which goes through how to install, configure it, software, all that type of stuff. Very neat, very nice. Okay. Also, clicking on the wiki, you can take a look at information regarding it, and you can choose your language as well. And by the way, once you access Firefox, the first thing you see, the homepage, is the official website. So for anyone who's interested in this distro, I recommend that you check this out. Yeah, this distro is made by the guy actually has a YouTube channel. I think it's called Run with the Dolphin. His nickname is Dolphin Oracle, so I'll actually give a link to his channel in the description if you want to check it out, or if you have any questions regarding this amazing distro. I've actually used this before, and I must say I really like it. So you got your tools, your tweak, forums, videos, you can contribute, and there are popular applications. So this is a really nice way to start things off. Also, in terms of wallpapers, as a whole, I like the decision for the wallpaper choice, for the wallpapers presented in this distro. It's pretty neat how they all have a logo as well. But yeah, so this distro right now features the xfce desktop environment, which is a lightweight desktop environment if you have like older hardware, or if you're on a laptop, if you want better performance, then I highly recommend this desktop environment. It's really nice. So let's take a look at the panel. As you can see, the panel is on the left side, which is kind of unusual, but honestly, if you kind of take the time to get used to it, you will definitely really like it. So the main two icons here are your browser and your file manager. The browser featured is Firefox, and the file manager is Thunar. I don't know how you pronounce it exactly, sorry. But Thunar 1.6.12, okay. This is actually a really neat file manager, my bad. Kind of mixing up words today. Alright, so under that, we have the update manager, which you can request for a full upgrade or a basic upgrade, which is nice. And of course, I can't show everything that this distro may have to offer. Again, I haven't really installed it on my system, but under it is the Bluetooth manager. I don't know, I'm personally not a fan of it. I tend to turn it off. And it's actually turned on by default, so I decided to turn it off myself. Then there's a clipboard history as to, I guess, what you've been doing, what files maybe you've been opening. I don't know, I remember taking a look at this, but I never paid too much attention. Then we have Wi-Fi, OBS, sound. Then we have, for the computer, the power manager. And then here you can unmount USB devices and whatnot. Also, right here, if you're wondering what this is for workspace. So you have two workspaces. And then we have the time, which I don't know why this opened in the middle of the screen right now. Let's try that again. Well, it opens the orange calendar. So today is July 19th. Oh, and also if you've been wondering what this is right here and why it's not being highlighted, this is because it's a conky. And so let's take a look at that real quick. So actually it's right here. You can easily turn it on or off. And actually I think if you have to hold control, or alt was it? Yep. You hold alt and then you can drag it with your mouse wherever you want. You can put it anywhere you want. So I'll just put it right here. Okay, so let's take a look at Conky Manager. So right here you have a lot of pre-installed Conky. Oops. Like you have clocks. Oops. Let's turn that off. Okay. It shows you how much memory you're using, your CPU. Okay. I keep toggling it on and off. There's some really useful like conkeys here, like this one for example. Gives you a lot of information, so I won't be taking a look at everything, and actually it gives you a preview to what each conky is, so you can take a look at these real quick just to give you guys an idea what to expect. Okay, so I will actually be toggling it off, or you know what, I'm gonna keep this right here. I think that this is pretty nice. Okay, let's go to the menu here. So you have this pretty neat menu. I must say I really don't like how, the one thing that I don't like is that you can't really customize this menu apart from right clicking on this, on the whisker menu right here. You can feature only the title, or both, or just the icon. You can also, which is awesome about xfce, is you can change everything. You can change literally everything you want. And you can actually use a custom icon, which actually I shouldn't have clicked that because I forgot. It takes a while to load. But as you can see here, for the menu itself, you have multiple options. You can make the icon sizes smaller or bigger, depending on your preference. You can make it transparent if you want. Yeah, I really shouldn't have clicked that. There we go. Alright. Also, I like to do this, toggle all these on, to make to put these on the left side, make it look more traditional. Let me show you what becomes transparent. So this side right here, not the whole thing, but as you can see. Okay, got your commands, search actions. So taking a look at the menu itself, you have favorites, most used, recently used. Here is the terminal. In case you're wondering, yes, you can also customize the terminal by right-clicking here, preferences. And I know a lot of people like transparency, so you can go to appearance and you can make it, which is another thing I forgot to mention, or I was actually holding for a bit later. One of the first things you want to do is you want to take a look at the, so I think first you have to go to settings, and then let's see where it was. Maybe MX Tools, which is really awesome here. I'll get into this in a little bit. Just trying to find where it was. Let's see. oh, there we go, the compositor. Make sure to enable compositing. I remember it was in a different way where, that's weird. Anyway, let's see, it should work now. Okay, it works now. As you can see, it's transparent. You can adjust the level. That's weird why it says it's not supported when I just turn it on. And you can see that it's transparent here. Anyway, yeah, that's how you can mess with the terminal. Okay, going back to the menu. So there are the accessories, archive manager. You can rename multiple files really quickly. Search the file system. There's clip it. It's right here. You got conky, normal calculator, calculator. Actually, oh, and by the way, the password, if you don't know the password for the demo, it's either demo or root. So keep that in mind. Okay, this is a quick way to just adjust simple appearance settings. What is this? Oh, OBS disappeared for some reason. Let's hope it's still recording. So you have some lightweight games here. I won't be taking a look at them. GIMP, almost every distro comes with this image editor. Let's take a look at which version it is. 2.8. I think this might be the latest version. I'm not sure. This might be the latest version. Let's see. Maybe it's not. Okay, so internet, you of course have Firefox and Thunderbird Mail. Also have transmission, xchat, and the GNOME PPP. Also mixer for the audio. So here you can adjust your settings, your sound settings. Clementine, I really like this music player. This is a really good music player which you can customize, and I might actually make a video sometime about I guess the best music players on Linux or something like that, as well as VLC Media Player. I think if you have these two programs, you're pretty much good to go when it comes to multimedia. There's also GMTP. OBS, of course, I installed it in order to record this video, but you can easily install it yourself. And there's also then there's the MX tools, which I think this is a great collection of tools. You can, if there's a boot, like any error or anything, you can repair that with this. There's Conky. Mounting devices. This is for creating a live USB, like installation media. Network configuration, MX package installer. I'll be taking a look at this in a little bit. You can choose the default apt repo. Also select the default sound card. MX tweak, which is great for personalization. User configuration. Oh, and also if you've missed the display message that I showed you, you can just access it from here. NVIDIA proprietary software. Sorry, the video cut off. Had an error I had to fix, but so yeah, so you have the NVIDIA driver installer for proprietary drivers, and then you have some quick system info which you can access. And then for Office, you have LibreOffice, really good. You have the calendar, PDF viewer, pretty much the staple stuff you need. And then here are settings, which I will be taking a look at right now. So once I finish this real quick, I'll take a look at the system settings. So first I want to show you the MX package installer. So this is pretty much the software center, and this is really good. So okay, so right here you have categories. So let's say you want a browser, you can just find them right here. Of course, we already have Firefox, which is not the latest Firefox, but you have a bunch of browsers here. And of course, if you want to install some like Brave, for example, you can install it yourself separately from this. There are also some really nice themes, which I will actually be installing these themes. Show you just how easy it is. You just check them, click install, and then this will load up. You can of course type in here like Y for yes or N for no, you know, if they prompt you. So also while this is loading, we could take a look at the Light DM GTK Plus greeter settings. You can choose, oh, I guess I spoke too soon. So we'll be taking a look at those themes in a little bit. There's also window managers. Okay, this is great. Like this is like the first time I tried this distro, I did not know about this. But let's say you want Pale Moon web browser, right? You could just search it up, or like OBS right here. Oh, and also for icons, there are also some nice icons here that I want to show you guys. So I'll just install them real quick as well. Okay, so this, well, you're going to have to click save to, oh, and once you click save, you have to open the window. You have to restart the windows for them to take into effect. Adjust the panel, but honestly, you don't really need to use this. There's better ways to change stuff. So let's take a look at the settings. Okay, of course, there's the personalization, hardware related settings, and system settings. And then, you know, you got Flash, settings editor, which you can customize the settings yourself. And yeah, so I won't be getting too deep into all of this because I don't want my videos to be too long. And of course, this is just an overview, so you can check everything out for yourself. I'm just showing you what this distro has to offer, and you know, showing you some. If I've had experience with it, you know, I can show you some stuff that you can take a look at and do with it, but yeah, so if we click on appearance, you can change the way the window looks, which these are right here. The themes that I installed myself. There you have Obsidian as well, right? As well as this. The one I will be going with, there's some pretty interesting themes here, but the one I will be going with is this one. I think this one looks pretty nice. Icons as well. I believe this is still being installed, so we'll get back to this. So you can take a look at desktop. So these are the wallpapers which are featured. So let me kind of show them a bit here. Oh, this one's pretty nice. I don't remember this one. this one looks, that looks decent. I like this one. I certainly like this one. The one I'll be going with, however, is this. I think it looks pretty nice. Icons, you can choose not to have any icons on your desktop if you don't like that. Or you can choose the size and everything. So, see, this is still installing? Wow. Okay, so let's go back to all settings. File manager. You have some settings here, and also behavior. This is a really useful thing to take a look at. Is you can choose single click or double click, and for example, I think it's really convenient to just like click on the files once in order to open them. But if you're used to like Windows, for example, you could just change that to click it twice. Because mistakes can happen, and it can get annoying to just accidentally click something. So this is pretty useful to take a look at. So system sounds, here are the MX tools, which gives you pretty much everything you may need. Gives you all the settings like paired up in categories. Preferences for your calendar. Also notification settings. Next tweak. Okay, so this is actually what I was looking at. So I actually use the Compton compositor, which you can click apply. You can also change the settings, which again, you can take a look at all these settings yourself, because there's just so much to take a look at. And it's of course reminding me about the updates. I'm just taking a look at this right now real quick, so that you have an idea. You can pause the video, you can take a look at what it has to offer, right? There's also themes that you can just click that has the themes and icons applied for you. There's screensaver, preferred applications. So this is, for example, like default browser, mail reader, all that type of stuff. Window manager. So this is right here. You can change the title bar. There's some pretty interesting ones. Like, I actually really like that one. Let's take a look at. Sorry if I'm being a bit fast here. Just trying to go through all of them. Show you all of them. I like this one as well. I'll just go with the adaptive one. You can also take away stuff right here, or like put this on the left, the title, or the center, or you can actually move these and put them to the left, kind of like Ubuntu, which is nice. So now, as you can see, there's like a theme going on, right? Compositor. Oh yeah, enable. Make sure this is enabled if you want to make things transparent or opaque. So like this, for example. I don't know why it's not being opaque or transparent right now. Resize. Well, that's weird. But it should work. Maybe it's because I haven't updated my system, so maybe that's why it's not working correctly. That does oftentimes happen. Like some things that should work, they just don't work because I haven't updated the system. So, yeah. So let's go back to the icons. Okay. So as you can see, you have some pretty interesting icons. There's a wide variety of icons here. There's Obsidian, kind of gives like squarish icons, and there's like Obsidian, when you install it, there's the red, green, blue, all kinds here, right? Cyan, amber. Okay, then there's the Numix, Mocha, high contrast, Gnome. Then these icons right here, Advaita, and then papyrus, or papyrus, whatever. I personally like the Faba one right here. Also, I like, what was it, the Mocha one? But let's just go with this. Gives you some neat icons right here. I mean, again, everyone has their own preference, but whatever. So if you want to move your panel, it's really easy. You just go to panel or properties, or not properties, yeah, panel preferences. And then you can easily, let's see where it was. You can easily move it horizontal, there we go. You can choose to log the panel or not, so if it's not logged, you can move it to the top or the bottom. Let's also make this a bit smaller. I think that's good. And also, as you can see, this the start menu is like, it's got it all backwards right here. So we're gonna have to adjust that ourselves. So you can choose the panel to be any color you want. I'll just choose black. Or you can actually choose a background image and make it be whatever you want it to be. You can make it as transparent as you'd like. I'll just leave it at 65. What this is basically enter is how transparent it is once you hover the mouse over it. And leave is actually the opposite. When you put your mouse, it's going to be normal. Okay, so I'll just put enter to like 90, just to make it, you know, a bit interesting. So it's really easy to edit the panel. You just right click on something if you want to remove it, for example, right? So also right here, you can right click on the top. This is the notification area. It has a frame for some reason. I don't like that, but you can hide, let's say you're recording but you don't want to see that. You can hide OBS, you can hide VLC, you can hide pretty much anything you want. I'm just going to hide everything just to show you the extent of how many stuff you can hide. If you don't want the workspace thing, you can easily remove it. If you want to move the menu, you can just click move. Let's move it to the left where it should be. Or for example, with the time, you can put it to the left where it should, or to the right where it should be. And yeah. And so that's how you can customize it. Let's go to File Manager. You can easily just pin something. Actually, you don't do it like that. You do panel and then add new items. But you can take a look at these for yourself. There's so many options here. But for example, what you can do is when you go to add new items, or which one was it? Let's see, panel preferences. Okay, when you go to the whisker menu and you click on this gear icon, you can change the settings. Something that's really interesting is you can go to Windows buttons, then you can click on this, and you can show the labels if you want it to look like this. You can make them flat buttons, you can show a handle. You can also change the order or the Windows grouping if you want to group them. So this is something that's really useful to know, because I'm sure that a lot of people would like to know how to change this. Also, mouse, I forgot to take a look at the mouse. Right, you can change the acceleration and sensitivity. I mean, this is pretty basic knowledge, right? But here are the themes: Advaita, DMC, DMZ black and white, and then the Obsidian, which is my personal favorite. So as you can see, you can change and customize the XFCE desktop environment to any way you like. This is why I like it so much. Um, I just, what can I say? Like, I really like the XFCE desktop environment just because of how much you can change it. I mean, you can edit it as much as you want. Okay, you can make it look any way that you want, you know. All you have to do is just install a couple of themes. Um, install some themes here and there. The panel is the most customizable panel I have ever seen. It's really nice. You have these awesome conkeys that already come with the system, you know. And as you can see, now that I've disabled the icons, once I right click, you can easily access like all your favorite applications. You can access your browser real quick if you feel like it. Um, and of course, like it doesn't come with Plank, but you can easily install Plank. Just open up the terminal and then do sudo apt-get update to update the repositories and whatnot, and then just do sudo apt-get install Plank. And then with those two simple lines of code, you can easily download it. Or if you feel like it, you can go to the package installer, you can type in Plank, and guess what? It's right here. Just click on it, click install, and you're good to go. So yeah, this has pretty much been it. There's a lot more that I can cover. I can make a video about it. I really like customization, so I'm definitely going to make videos about that. But yeah, so this was a quick overview. Hopefully it's under 30 minutes long, but whatever. This was an overview of MX Linux 17.1 Horizon. Hopefully you liked it. Give this distro a shot. And yeah, thanks for watching.